Hello, I'll be reading for you today my poem Stuck in Gray. And basically, this poem is a way for myself to chronicle my self awareness of my race and just kind of give the details of my life as a black male in the United States of America. Take it at face value, don't read too much into it. Stuck in Gray. When I was born, I was white, so light-skinned that my mother maybe wasn't faithful, whispered the villagers in spite. Only the fact that I was the mirror of my father darkened the scandalous lightness of my skin in their eyes. I left the land of my mother, seeking to go farther, properly darkened by the sun of that dark land which shone brightly beautiful in my childish remembrance, only to enter a land of albinos where I stand apart, after just learning what it meant to belong. Outcasted again by the same curse of color which I, in childish remembrance, thought beautiful, but that didn't last long. Children, the cruelest of bullies in their parrot-like innocence, repeating what parents could only whisper in the darkness that only evil inhabits, only savages. You could sense the fear inherent in the plastered smiles and the silent poison of their overbearing sweetness and carefully chosen phrases. It was at that moment that I learned what it was to be gray. Fading from view into the crowd, shedding my color to belong, I lived and loved in this gray world, wholly unconscious until 2011 when my world ended in an explosion of color, in creativity, and life. All in the dark land where the sun shines brightly beautiful, just like I remembered in my childhood of chasing cows. I also remember the simplicity of wearing a matching shade and blending into the crowd without fear of offense, and not having to fade in the obscurity of extravagance, loudly proclaiming my presence just to give them time to cross the street. I was able to run without the weight of an entire race on my shoulders. I made no excuses for my color, but simply existed as a part of a whole. My gray world could not stand the assault of awareness of that bright sun, and my eyes, long blinded to the casual cruelties, finally opened, shocked. Shocked at what I saw and what I remembered, as seen through the shadowy lenses of my gray existence flushed with color. Hey Moses, how do you get a nigger down from a tree? You cut the rope. Ha ha ha. Sixth grade lunch table. I laughed that day. Surrounded by my white friends fitting in and belonging, I laughed because, after all, it was only a joke. I mean, my parents weren't slaves, so what did it matter? You're like an Oreo, black on the outside and white on the inside. I mean, come on, you can't play basketball. You're an honor student. You don't even like Kool-Aid. And you don't even talk ghetto, you know? I knew. All too well I knew that I wasn't black enough. My parents' suburbia-style upbringing beat the black out of me because I knew that to be black you had to be ghetto. To be black you had to carry a gat, sag with swag, and say nigger a lot. What's good, my nigga? And honestly, to this day, I'm still not comfortable saying that word. But even in my whiteness, I was too dark to be white. Always careful of where I went and with whom. Always noticing the people crossing the streets or the fathers pulling their daughters closer if I looked their way. The mothers clutching babies who, in colorblind curiosity, crawl up to me, smile, and ask me if I want to play. The surprise on people's faces when I speak eloquently and the overwhelming approval that met my white behavior like some trained monkey cleverly imitating his masters. I don't write this to indict anyone. I write this to indict myself for my years of blindness, for forgetting that black is beautiful. But I'm not the only one who forgot. No, I am not the only one who forgot. There are black people calling each other niggers as if to express their self-hatred with each breath, as if to say that the worth of a close friend is only that of cattle or property. Black people in music glorifying the abuse of a woman in catchy lyrics that 3-year-olds repeat as if to somehow revenge themselves upon a race that bore them. After all, we can't treat these hoes like ladies, man. Black women plastering their faces with various powders and spending entire paychecks to try to look white, trying to tell their daughters that they are beautiful just the way they are. Black men going to jail by mistake, but coming out hardened criminals ready to hate and hurt and murder, coloring the streets red with the blood of their brothers and sisters. Gangs so afraid of their own color that they hide behind reds and blues and spew self-hate in form of bullets. We have forgotten as a race that black is beautiful. I hope that my words can be like that brightly beautiful sun of our dark land of ancestry and shake you loose from that past of pain and misery into the future that we can change. Thank you.